Hi, welcome to another life intelligence video with me, Valentina Petrova. And today's topic is of concern to everyone as the holidays are literally knocking on your front door, starting with Thanksgiving in a few days and then rolling through a whole bunch of other things all the way through New Year's. And what have you got to look forward to? Lots of get togethers, family, friends, dinners, wine, barbecue, turkey, whatever stuff, and people getting a little intoxicated and starting to blubber their mouth about politics. Can you avoid a conversation about politics around the holidays? We all have that one friend or uncle or cousin who gets a little loose after a bottle of wine or a few beers and starts telling you what is really going on in the political world out there. You know how that goes. And then some of your friends and relatives try to disappear in the corners, and others get really ticked off. And before you know it, there is a loud discussion that turns into name calling and God knows what other annoying things, right? Ruins everybody's evening. So here is a list of things I have for you to prevent an explosion of this sort during otherwise nice dinner. First, you can take some preemptive action. If you're the host, you know who's coming, you send out an email or a text message, group text message to everybody that says that this event is politics-free zone and there are consequences for breaking the rule. The first one that brings up politics has to wash all the dishes. And the second one that indulges the first one, something else, they can wash your car, whatever. You think of some pretty awful consequences and communicate them ahead of time to everyone that's coming. Hopefully that will be sufficient for people to get the point, and they will stay mindful enough not to bring up topics of conversation that are irrelevant for what this season is about, right? And this season is about family, friends, things to be grateful for, things to look forward to in the new year and all that. So, if the preemptive action does not help, you can set gentle reminders in your house. There are fun signs you can buy on Amazon or other places. You can make them yourself if you like. That you can post strategically around the house to remind people that this is politics-free zone. And if you overhear someone, starting to chit chat about it quietly in the corner, you quickly remind them of that fact. So if you're lazy to look for signs on Amazon, I'm including a couple of links down below this video. You can just go and grab them. You can find other ones if you like, but these are kind of fun and friendly looking, and yet they make the point, right? So you can look at the links down below. Another thing you can do is, in a way of reminding people, is this year I made a t-shirt and it says on it, if you can see this, your opinions are not welcome. You're too close here. So take a look at my t-shirt that I've created. And see if it's something that you want to wear, or a hoodie or something. And basically wherever you are and people can see the sign, it's kind of a humorous little shirt, they will know not to talk about politics. And if they start, you can always point to your chest and go, hey, reminders, right? Friendly reminders. And then be mindful of your own sort of intents to bring things up, right? Because you could be the culprit and you could be the one that starts the conversation, hopefully not. And just check yourself and pay attention to what you're saying and how you're saying and why you're bringing things up, and avoid those conversations. And if the conversations start despite everything, or because you forgot to send an email ahead of time, or you don't have the reminders in your house to tell people not to bring up politics, you can always pull the person aside and say, hey, I understand you're passionate about what you're about to say or what you're saying, but look, this is not the forum for you to discuss these things. We're here to connect with each other. We're here to check in with each other, to enjoy each other's company, to enjoy a meal, a pleasant evening, to have some fun, maybe some games. And just remind this person personally not to get into these conversations. Speaking of games, that's another thing on the list. If you have things for people to do, like games outside or inside, board games or any kind of other games that you can get people involved, trivia games. A big one that people have been playing now for a few years is Cards Against Humanity. I have another link down below, and there's like so many generations of that game. You can get anybody involved, and then people will have fun playing the games and not get involved in other conversations. Keep them busy, have them help you set up the table, cook something, arrange something, whatever. Find things for people to do, and they'll be shooting the mouth a lot less unnecessarily, right? In other words, keep their focus on things that are not political in nature. Turn off the TV. Politics is on TV 24/7, every channel, every network. So put a cover over your TV. There will be no watching TV on this holiday event. Whatever the event is, whatever the reason for the dinner is, no TV allowed, and just turn it off. Another good thing to do is, and that's not so much about politics, but just general etiquette to assure that people stay connected and they're there enjoying each other, is to have people turn off their phones or leave them in their purses, and make a point of reminding them to not be staring at their phones all the time. It happens a lot these days. You go somewhere to a party or to a dinner and you see a bunch of people, and several of them, or maybe even all of them, are checking in their phones all the time. It's like, if you're out there with family and friends for dinner, for a special occasion, for a good time, be present. Be present and turn off the phone. So a little story, side story. In September, I was in Norway and in Bulgaria, and of course I'm carrying my phone and I'm using my phone for Google Maps and various other things. I'm taking pictures, just the general tourist nonsense, right? Then I get to Bulgaria and my phone is not working because I don't want to pay for internet in Bulgaria. I don't want to pay for data, and turns out that despite a lot of their free Wi-Fi signs on public transportation and public areas, there's hardly any Wi-Fi available anywhere. So within a very short time, I figured out my phone is pretty much useless. So I turned it off and I just kept it in my purse. And well, like at night when I go back home or something, I'll check my emails and then get over it. Within half an hour, I'm done with my phone, and that's it. I check messages, text messages, phone calls, emails, it's over. So over a few days in Bulgaria, I literally weaned myself from my phone. So when I came back to the US, I just kept my phone on silent all the time, and I'll put it places and I forget where it is. And then 2 hours later, I realized, oh gosh, I had like 5 messages Did I miss any of it? No, I tell people I don't run the emergency room, so nobody needs to reach me at that very second and talk to me at that very moment. I can always return a phone call, I can always return a text message. And so it's no big deal. Just leave your phone on silent or in your purse and out of your sight so you're not distracted. Instead, spend time with the people you're hanging out with. That's why you went. You went to eat some good food. You went to see some people. You went to hang out. Do that. Okay? Pictures, most people on Facebook don't care about your family Thanksgiving picture. It's like every picture looks the same. Food and people, and that's that. And most people don't know each other on Facebook, even though they're friends. So to post that on social media, literally people are just like scrolling through it and randomly liking it. They don't pay any attention. They don't know who you are in most cases, and they don't know who the people are with you in most cases. So who cares? It's just kind of a compulsory thing. Like people just compulsive thing. People just like take pictures of themselves with their friends and food and post it on Facebook while everybody else is eating and hanging out and also making pictures of themselves and posting. It's like weird. Anyways, maybe you disagree and you can't wait to see 57 pictures on Facebook of random strangers who are your Facebook friends sitting around the table with a bunch of food on it. Right? If you're that person and you're really wanting to see that, feel free to disagree, right? But okay, so no phones. Make that a rule. No phones, and help people remember to put them away when they walk in the door. And in general, show up with the intention to be present. And whether you're the host or the guest, you can speak up for what I just spoke about. And if you're going to a dinner or to a gathering and you want to help the host, you can volunteer to send the email. You can volunteer to bring in the politics free zone signs. You can wear your t-shirt or your hoodie or bring your mug, whatever, with the no politics picture on it. So you become the reminder. So you don't have to be the host. You can be the guest and still be proactive and productive to help everyone have a great time at holiday events with friends and family and coworkers. So if you like this video, give me the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I would love to hear your comments and funny stories you might have from holiday events that have turned a little south or a little uncomfortable or comical. Your suggestions for how you deal with situations when political conversations come up and people get fired up. How do you deal with it? How do you diffuse it? Or do you avoid it? Or what happens? I'd love to hear from you. You can send me, write it down in the comments or send me an email. Check out the links that I have below this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and I will see you next time at another Life Intelligence video. Take care and have a wonderful holiday season. Bye.